Cornelius actually works. It may look crazy, it may look dorky, it may
No,
look
I think
it
people
is
think I
it
don't think people don't think it will work. I think people think it could be dysfunctional, but I don't think they think it's not. It's obvious she's more dominant and he's not, and that is okay. But I think the problem with is not the fact that they don't work together; is how it's being done. But I do think
yeah.
they definitely there's genuineness there. Anytime a man says, "I don't want to get in trouble," he's
Yeah,
there as
and
a sensitive person.
yeah, that can be unhealthy boundaries, but I also think that something is echoing back. Can you hear that? Okay.
I
I
can't.
also
I
think
can't.
that I think it ended. I also think that Cornelius is a silent checker. So Cornelius,
Mm.
I think Cornelius is that type of man where he like, we ain't about to be yelling and screaming at this restaurant. I'm gonna tell your ass when I get home. Wait till we get home, type of person. And so I think that I'm not there with them, so I don't know, and I don't think that any of us all are there with them. And so I think that what we see is like Camille is she seems like possessive and things like that. But I actually think that whatever way that it's going, Cornelius is holding his own. I think that he's just more like, not for the show and the games. I think that he probably has very valuable conversations. And I think we kind of saw that with the episode where she said like she kind of gave him an apology and told
Yes,
him that
I
that
did
was
like that. Yeah, I
yeah.
did like that episode when she apologized because she was dead wrong for defending him on camera. I mean, we could say that. I don't take sides, but that's just dead wrong to talk down to somebody like that. But the fact that she apologized and was like she was wrong, that was great. I
Yeah.
think that any way it goes, if there are double standards on both sides, and if a man talks to a woman the way she talked to him, the entire stratosphere of black women would have went
Oh
crazy
yes.
on social media. So
Hi guys, so I just wanted to come and touch on a few things about Ready to Love before the show on Friday. So Tisia, she interviewed with Crystal on Monday, and Crystal, as I think about it, she probably has some type of relationship with the producers of this show. She is PR for Rolling Out magazine. So yeah, I'm thinking there's probably some relationship there, and that's how she is able to interview the cast as they are eliminated. And I'm just saying that to say maybe that's why we did get the interview last week, because there was no announcement or anything like that. But then, as we can, on Friday's episode, we didn't see anyone get eliminated. So there would, she would not have had an interview for this week anyway. So, and with the holidays coming, I think there might be a break in here. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I thought it was a really good interview. I think that they touched on a lot of things, and I really liked that Tasia was positive towards everyone on cast. She, she tried to stay positive in discussing these situations and the different personalities and things that are playing out, because she wasn't asked about the relationship between some of the women. In some people's commentary, they're saying, all kind of stuff, which I'm not going to get into, but, there's talk about colorism and classism and all kind of stuff. I don't even think we know enough about these people to even come to a conversation about classism. But I don't buy the colorism thing. The majority of these ladies that are in question are the same shade of brown. So I don't believe that. And also, I don't think people understand the definition of colorism as well, or everyone's definition is different. But yeah, I think colorism is being overused. Um, Now, is there something else about Aisha that's making these women respond to her this way? It's possible, and I think what Tasia said in her answer was that, there may be some things going on that we're not going to see on our end. So I thought that was a good answer, and it kind of makes the situation make a little more sense because I'm kind of like, why is Zadia like, snapping? Like, she hits 20 really fast, and when you really think about it, that really wasn't her conversation. Whatever Aisha was saying, Camille and Cornelius could have handled that conversation for themselves. And I also feel like some other people in that room may have wanted to know, just like Aisha wanted to know, right? Why should we keep allowing you to let him stay here if he's not really um, playing the game as far as getting to know everyone and really making a decision, because it's kind of hard to say where Cornelius, really, how he really feels. But I thought Crystal made a good point as well, that he had the opportunity to see other women, and he went on dates with Courtney. We saw that play out, and I think he went on a date with somebody else. So she's probably right. Like, if he really didn't want to play that game with Camille, he could have walked away from that situation. But I just think he didn't have anyone to walk away from that situation with. But that still doesn't mean that there is some type of connection there. And so Aisha's point was still valid at the same time. That doesn't mean that there is a connection or a genuine connection between Camille and Cornelius, but I think that they could have spoke for themselves and just went on with the game however they choose to play it. I didn't get why Zadia had to chime into that in the manner in which she did. But yeah, and then Stacy, I saw her in the round table, not to jump topics, but she was from last season, and she's saying there's going to be 2 seasons of DC. So we're seeing this the first season, and then there's going to be another season in DC before they move to a different city. So that's interesting to learn. She was sitting in a round table. I think it's called Kamisha's Reviews, or Kamisha's, Reviews. And so another thing that I noticed was Kamil put a post up, and she said something about people living in a victimhood or something. I have it posted here, and in the as she was stating in the post, she was saying someone was giving someone a lap dance. She never names the person, but she says that person is very much aware what the issue is, and because they had to be removed out of the lap of this guy. So I have no clue what she's talking about. And that's the thing about this show that's bad for us as content creators, is that you don't want to get into this whole thing where you're just making up stuff that you don't really know what's going on, right? And so I don't want to assume that she's talking about Aisha, but I'm assuming, right, it would have to do with Cornelius. Now, who she was talking about was lap dancing, I don't know. So let me know, what do you guys think about what Kamil had to say in that post, however? And I'm going to play with Shiloh. She also created a post.
An amazing connection. Since the trip, the connection has definitely gotten stronger.
I also think Walter is an amazing guy.
Mm-hmm. Aisha?
Yes.
So Dante and I, we always connected from the jump.
We by name.
He's given me space in this process to figure out what I want to do without pressuring me, without wavering, without questioning where I stand with him.
Okay. Sydney?
I love Frank. That's Bae.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Talk to me, Kamil.
Cornelius. He's everything.
Huh? And so it sounds like she's saying the producers or whomever cut her out when she was speaking up about the guy she's feeling close to. And I think what's going to happen, at least with 2 of these guys, and I think it's Walter and Phil, we're going to see the 2 guys really have to make a decision about who is in the number 1 spot. Because what's different this season about seasons before is that they're not really letting us know who we should look for as couples, right? The show is supposed to be about these people finding love, but it just has a different feel this season. It definitely, I don't know, maybe it's more realistic. Maybe it's more realistic in that, they're not really finding love. And they're just finding someone to date, possibly when they leave the show. I think, like I said, I can't tell. I don't get the feeling that there's real connections among any of these people. And so we really do have to wait for them to say who their connection is this season, which, I'm going to just leave that alone. But let me know what you guys think about what Kamil had to say in her message, her post on her Instagram about someone giving someone a lap dance and that person know why that's why they have an issue. And also Shiloh saying that producers cut her out of that session, the women's roundtable, elimination discussion, where they were discussing who they are closest to. We're actually not hearing a lot from Shiloh at all, to be honest. I think within the last 2 episodes. So, I don't know. If you also were able to catch the interview between Crystal and Tisia, let me know what you thought about the interview. Did you pick up on any of the things that she was saying as far as the cast and who her strongest connections were? Like I said, I really can't tell. I'm not even going to lie. I can't tell about any of this stuff. It's just all very TV-ish right now. And maybe that's the direction they want to take it, considering, we really can pick up that these couples are not together and they're not going to be together, right? So maybe they're trying to take a more realistic approach with the show. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.